What kind of nonsense is this?
It's a lot of nonsense.
A little nonsense now and then is relished by the wisest man.
Good evening. Tonight we go after a fantastic story. The story that flying saucers from other worlds are visiting our planet, just as we are exploring outer space with our own rocket satellites.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another brand new episode of Untitled Nonsense. My name is Josh Fonner. I'm joined by Tyco. Tyco, how are you?
Howdy, I'm doing fine. Okay, that's not going to work either.
Wow, that's really not going to work.
I'm going to find a hello, an intro that works for me.
Yeah,
find
we'll
my
find
personality.
something that sticks, but howdy is not going to work.
Hashtag find Tycho's motto. I don't
There we go. That the hashtag find Tyco's intro.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
All right.
Hashtag find Tyco's intro. That.
Get on Twitter. You can join the hundreds of porn accounts that follow me.
All those spam bots.
All the spam bots at the Great Rydzinski, I think.
There you go. All right. So our opening song tonight. I was gonna start out with "Rock You Like a Hurricane," but that's that's a little hack. I mean, we don't want to hack it up here.
I mean, I think it hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah,
Maybe a little too much.
So I went ahead and got in touch with a friend, Richard, who's in a band, Blackball Bandits, out of California, little surf rock band out of California, and he gave us permission to go ahead and use one of their songs. The song is called "Along Highway 735," and it's from their EP called "Confrontation on the Extraterrestrial Highway." You can go ahead and find it on Spotify, Bandcamp, and there are probably a few other places online. You can find them online. Once again, it's Blackball Bandits. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, all your favorite social media places. They will also have a Halloween EP out called Spooky Tales and Scary Noises. Gonna be on Bandcamp.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it should be fun. Surf rock plus Halloween should be fun. And they're going to be doing a Halloween show, if you're in California and listening, at Bootleggers Brewery in Fullerton, California on October 28th. And that EP, Spooky Tales and Scary Noises, is going to be available on a limited edition lathe cut vinyl at that show. So all you hipsters out there, go ahead and pick up that special lathe cut vinyl so that you can say you were listening to them before it was cool when they hit it big.
I'm trying to grow the soul patch out so I can reasonably buy that LP and feel normal.
Yeah, you got your beanie on today.
Yeah. The only hats that I wear.
So once again, that's Blackball Bandits. The album is called Confrontation on the Extraterrestrial Highway, and the song was called Along Highway 375. Thanks again, Richard, for letting us play that. I love that song. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, I've missed that surfer rock feel being up north for way too long, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we had a hell of a couple days, didn't we?
Yeah, I survived Hurricane Matthew 2016.
Nope, kidding. I did too. Yeah. I gotta say, last week I had the Trump rally. This week I had a Category 4 hurricane. I gotta say the Trump rally was worse.
Yeah, for being in the heat and being you getting kicked out.
Yeah, it was
versus, a little bit of wind and rain.
Yeah.
I ran out in the storm and got...
Trump rally had more hot air.
That's true.
It was worse. And Trump rally was a direct hit to Melbourne. That's...
Matthew was kind enough to say 20 miles, east.
Yeah, 20 miles offshore. It kind of wobbled and the eye wall didn't hit the shore. So we didn't get a whole lot of, there's Ryan killing my dog.
My bad.
We didn't get a whole lot of as much damage as the weathermen were predicting and kind of jacking off hoping would happen.
Well, our area fared well. A lot of areas didn't. I think we just had this nice little sweet spot where I was watching, I was tracking as it was coming up, and I saw where the northern bands were just south of us, and John, who was on earlier this week, him and I ran out, and we were like, okay, it's gonna happen. Okay, I got annoyingly damp from the mist. And we waited, we watched, a movie, and then it's supposed to hit us, and we look, and okay, everything's already passed, and it's now like, this is what it's like to be on top of us right now.
Exactly.
Which Josh knows what it's like to be on top of me.
Exactly. All too well.
All too well. Hey, so funny story from the hurricane.
First one.
Or the lack of hurricane.
Yeah, exactly.
So, my father was tasked with setting up a shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And on Thursday, right as he was finishing up, they notified him, oh yeah, we're not going to use this place as a shelter anymore.
Oh, fun!
So he had to go home, and he started setting up his house to prepare for the hurricane, and then it didn't hit us. So my dad has had a week of preparing for nothing.
For nothing.
Except a little wind and dampness.
Yeah, we went out and bought a whole bunch of canned goods and stuff, and now we have shelves of canned goods.
I will take some for you because we didn't do that.
It's no, that's okay. I mean, we'll get through them, but
we had our liquid and our bread mixed together because we stocked up on beer.
well, I mean, that's the Florida thing to do.
Yeah, I had water for the cats.
I mean, we got, as soon as it hit Category 4, I mean, the thing of it is, you don't worry unless it hits Category 4. And as soon as it hit Category 4, we went out and we got stocked up on canned goods. We filled up the water, and
The big indication for me was when Disney closed.
yeah.
That was, what is it, 5 times now in the entire history? 4 or 5 times.
I think so.
If Disney's shutting its gates, then you know something's happening.
They shut down Halloween Horror Nights, too.
Oh, wow.
They canceled Spooky Empire, too.
So Orlando did get hit with the northern bands a little bit more than we did.
Yeah, Spooky Empire was supposed to be this past weekend. They canceled the whole thing.
My high school reunion was canceled.
Really?
Yeah, it was supposed to be tonight. Pretty sure we could have still had it, but...
Maybe just some losers didn't want to face it, so they were just like, we got an excuse to cancel it.
Yeah, but now we got to do it again in November. Great.
It gives them a month to make some kind of
We didn't really have any plans. No.
So yeah, that's our Hurricane Matthew wrap up. I mean, we lost some trees. Some trees went down.
And we lost some branches.
Well, we had a couple trees that went down here. I mean, they were rotten trees, so it was
bound to happen.
Yeah.
We had a drainage pipe and a fence.
We lost a window.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we lost a window.
And
right here, right, the one right behind you.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So, but it's. I mean.
Well, I fared better than you did then.
No big deal. No big deal. I mean, it's not like the floor you're sitting on is wet, you know.
Well, I just made it wet. My bad.
Great. I'm gonna have to get the wet dry vac after you leave.
Are we allowed to?
Does wet dry vac clean up cum?
I don't know. I wasn't sure if I could use the bathroom during this or not. Talking about hurricanes. On that note.
Yeah.
It's fun time.
Talking about doing whatever you want, wherever you want.
Yeah.
Trump.
Hashtag don't grab my pussy, bro.
So it came out, I believe it was the Washington Post, leaked a video from 11 years ago, 2005, when Trump was going to be a guest on Days of Our Lives.
Good show.
You watch Days of Our Lives?
No. Only on sick days in high school.
Okay. Well, to be fair, Days of Our Lives is a shit tier soap opera.
Yes.
ABC soap operas are god tier soap operas. Or were, I should say.
I thought all soap operas were shit tier soap operas, but... Sorry for my ignorance.
Exactly. You should be sorry. Being homeschooled, my mother would watch soap operas during the day. So I get to watch a lot more soap operas than the average guy.
So you know the tiers.
I do. Yeah. Of course, I may be a little biased because she loved the ABC soap operas. But to be fair, Port Charles had vampires and shit.
That actually sounds entertaining.
Yeah, like there were vampires, there were demons, there were angels. It was a spin-off of General Hospital. Like it was a god tier soap opera.
All right. I guess if you're gonna make a hot mess, just go all out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I didn't watch much soap operas. I had what teenagers called a wife back then.
Yeah. Well, consider yourself lucky.
Yeah.
I sat there with my books and my soap operas, and I learned while you were out doing shit with people.
People.
Fucking normies.
I think you're more cultured than I am out of it, so. I can chug a beer, though. Public school system in Florida.
Luckily, I was in New Hampshire at the time, so... These tapes came out from 2005. Trump was on, like, being interviewed for All Access or Access Hollywood or whatever,
Access
some
Hollywood, I think.
tabloid show or whatever, tabloid TV show or whatever at the time, and it was Billy Bush was the host. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Some douchebag.
He was popular in 2005.
Yeah, so not anymore.
No.
But they had him mic'd on the bus, and him and Billy Bush were having a conversation, just about women and
one of the specific stars of the soap opera.
No, it wasn't the specific star. It was some other woman. I don't know who it was exactly they were speaking of.
Okay.
But it was some woman, and Trump had talked about how he had made a move on her and brought her out grocery shopping,
but he was a bitch and couldn't close the deal.
Furniture shopping, I mean, and was a bitch and couldn't close the deal. Yeah. And then they saw the girl that was going to be bringing him into the soap opera, and they flipped out because of how hot she was, and he's like, I better use a tic tac because when I see beautiful women, I just start kissing them. I can't control myself.
Wow. So I'm gonna be the sound effects guy too.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, me so horny. No, okay, that didn't work.
I run the douche.
Inappropriate. Yeah. So
he goes, yeah, and then they just let you do it. You can do whatever you want. Grab him by the pussy, do whatever you want, and it's just.
I mean,
into context of the conversation, it's actually pretty fucking funny.
Yeah,
like,
but in the context of a
political
presidential candidate,
it's also fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
And rapey as shit.
Yeah, if you want to talk about rape culture in today's age, like
especially considering his history.
Oh yeah, because he was married at the time.
Not only was he married at the time, but he had also had rape accusations against him.
Oh, yes.
And accusations from women who said he had done just fucking that.
And
just grabbed them by the pussy.
And he's clearly admitting to this.
Yeah.
On tape now.
On fucking microphone. He's being recorded admitting this shit.
Now, can we verify that was actually Donald Trump saying this statement?
Yes.
No, I'm just wondering what the fallout's going to be here. How does Trump come back from this? Reasonably, you say, oh, well, it was a different time, and I've learned and I've grown. It's huge.
Well, the fallout already is that,
But it's Trump. He's not going to make an eloquent statement. You know.
Well, he has made a statement. The fallout already is that the Republican Party is distancing themselves. The Republican National Convention is distancing themselves from him, which should have happened a long time ago. Some people are like, oh, well, why did they hold on to this tape for so long instead of bringing it out 18 months ago or whatever? The thing of that is, if they had brought this out 18 months ago, it would have just gone on the pile with everything else of reasons Trump is a sexist, racist bigot.
Yeah.
The fact that this comes out now, it's when he's so big and so close, it's allowing it to be a scandal.
Oh, yeah.
And causing the Republicans to distance themselves.
And at this point, they have to.
Yeah.
Before, they should have, and they could have. But now it's if you're still standing by this guy, you're just a Chris Christie.
Exactly. And I mean, Paul Ryan canceled him from an event today. The major donation or the major campaign people that do the flyers and whatnot that send out all the campaign flyers and whatnot have said to stop collecting funds and stop sending things
for the
out.
victory.
Yeah, for the victory or whatever. Yeah, they've said to stop collecting funds and stop printing things. So he put out a video apologizing, and I use the term apologizing loosely because as soon as he said, I'm sorry for those words, he said, but Bill Clinton did worse.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. He says, I'm sorry, but that was a decade ago, and Bill Clinton did worse. Bill Clinton did it 2 decades ago. So which is it? It was a decade ago, or do you want us to focus on what Bill Clinton did?
Bill Clinton was impeached for lying in court. And that was during his presidency. I'm not excusing actions here, but I'm just saying we had already elected him. He was in his second term at the time. It was just okay, ride it out until we get a new president.
Right.
And we got good old G.W. Bush.
I mean, he did do stuff before he was president that we kind of swept under the rug.
Yeah, but Trump is just glaring, and just how much shit he's done.
It's classic deflection.
Oh, yeah.
What about what they're doing? The thing of it is, Bill Clinton isn't running for office.
But his wife is.
So what does that matter?
I don't know.
I mean, not that I'm suddenly shillery or I'm not that I'm suddenly shilling for Hillary, because I'm still voting for Gary Johnson.
We can hate on both parties equally, though.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, I'm calling out the deflection.
Oh yeah, it's a terrible argument tactic. It's got no merit,
none whatsoever. You can't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, I did this shit."
But it's Trump. He can't do that.
I know, because he's a fucking narcissist sociopath.
Because I'm sorry I did this is technically not the last word, but but now I have the last word. I'm not reacting. I'm controlling this conversation, and
I'm actually surprised he didn't blame the Clintons for this coming out.
Yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. We do have a debate coming up tomorrow, so that might come up tomorrow.
Let Gary debate.
I know we need Gary in this fucking debate. And you know what? Trump is gosh damn lucky he is not held to the same standard that Gary is.
Oh no, because he's a celebrity. He can grab people by the pussy, Josh.
Well, no, what I mean. What I mean is with things like, have you heard about the Yucca Mountain thing?
No, I'm very ignorant. I'm sorry.
Right now in Nevada, they're looking to build a new nuclear power plant.
Okay.
It's about 100 miles away from Las Vegas, and they're
that a safe enough distance?
I mean, when you consider that the Chernobyl exclusion zone is only 30 kilometers.
You're using a European system. I don't know what kilometers are.
5/8 of a mile.
Oh, okay.
Kilometer.
Okay.
So that's less than 30 miles.
Okay.
So
it's safe.
It's within safe distance. And another thing you have to remember, there have only ever been 2 nuclear meltdowns in the history of the world with a nuclear power plant, and neither of them have been within the United States.
And one of them was because of a natural disaster.
Exactly. So nuclear power plants are incredibly safe.
Oh yeah.
And we need they're much cleaner energy.
I still say we go to wind.
Of course, wind and solar would be much more safe.
But no, it's better than burning oil or coal.
Exactly. So a lot of people are trying to stop it from happening.
Yeah. The
only problem is the waste. What we do with the waste. So we don't have a way to dump it, but we can work on that. So they asked him. There was a reporter that asked him, if I say Yucca Mountain, do you know what I'm talking about? And all he said is, I do. And then they just moved on from there. They gave him enough information in the reply so that he could cold read and give a good answer.
Yeah.
If Gary Johnson fucking just said, I do,
they're gonna press him.
We would have heard all about that. Gary Johnson has another Aleppo moment about Yucca Mountain.
Yeah. And nobody knows about that. I didn't know about that. You just know about it because you're on the internet.
And the thing that pissed me off about Aleppo too, when they brought up Aleppo at the debates, they said Aleppo, Syria.
Is that wrong?
No, it's correct, but they
prompted them.
They prompted them.
Okay.
They didn't just say Aleppo.
Yeah.
Like when they said it to Gary.
Yeah, Aleppo. And you know what is Aleppo?
Yeah.
Leppos are great. I have a horde of Leppos in my backyard.
I love going to see the Leppos at the zoo.
Yeah, they're my favorite. I hear Busch Gardens are getting rid of their Leppos, though.
I love watching the Leppos eat like whole watermelons. Hungry Leppos.
Okay. When is that going to be a movie?
Well, they're working on Tetris, and they're working on as a movie, actually.
That sounds...
They're working on a Tetris movie. I wish I was fucking kidding you.
I mean, I hope it's only as good as Battleship.
Battleship, yeah. How could you forget Battleship with Rihanna? How could you forget that classic?
Well, I'll be honest, I did not actually see it.
You didn't?
No.
I did.
Should I?
Only if you hate yourself.
I do.
Then yeah, you should put yourself through it. I mean, if you want to flagellate yourself for 2 hours, yeah.
Then I have to watch a masterpiece like The Room to get back to normalcy.
Oh, yes.
Normalcy. Words.
The Room. I love it. I love that movie so fucking much.
Disaster Artist is going to be great.
It's going to be the best movie. It's going to be the best movie. I cannot wait.
So can we talk about that trailer I made you watch?
Yeah, that
Speaking
trailer.
of toys in the movies.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Josh
I mean,
is
I'm not going to be a fanboy about it. I don't have a problem with it, because here's the thing, I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers when it was on.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have any kind of
things I'm learning about
nostalgic connection to it or anything. So that's not why I'm all like about it.
Pink Ranger Kimberly was my first crush.
Well, just because I wasn't allowed to watch it doesn't mean I didn't know who the Pink Ranger was.
Oh, well,
let's be honest. Like,
also, I don't know if you've seen some of the promotional art they've had out, but they are not doing the racist color schemes this time around.
Yeah, I did see that.
I mean, clearly we know Zordon was a racist,
right?
But I'm okay with it. I think the trailer has, if you just take it for what it is as a new movie coming out, distance yourself from the nerd nostalgia that we all tend to fall into, and I think it looks like a decent movie. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt that I will go see it. It could still end up being crap, you know.
I'm a little worried, and here's why I'm a little worried, just from the trailer. Now, it could be great. They could assuage my fears with the story, but the story that they look like they're selling in the trailer seems like it's built off of a whole lot of tropes.
Yes.
It seems like it's built off of the Akira Chronicle trope of a bunch of kids find alien technology in a cave
and get powers.
That gives them superpowers, and it also seems like they're shoehorning in a teenage love story.
Yeah, that's a staple. I feel like it's you know what? To answer a question from last time, that's a trend that I would like to see end. Not everything has to be a romance anymore.
Yes, there was never a fucking love story amongst the Rangers. Even I know that.
Oh, I always felt that Billy and Jason had a love story going on in the background, but
we're not talking about your fan fiction.
Oh, damn. Okay. You can subscribe to my No, I don't have it. I'm gonna start one now, though.
I should bring back the Spank Bank. I never told. Did you ever hear the Spank Bank? Were you ever around for that?
I don't know if I heard that one.
It's a bit that I used to have. I should get back in touch with Vita, where I used to have Vita Devoid on, and she would read slash fiction.
Yes.
Sexily.
Yes. Okay, I have listened to that.
Yeah.
We should do that.
We should have her. I should get her to do it again. Yes. All right, so we're working on building the show back up. So.
Send your suggestions.
Yeah, absolutely. Send your suggestions for bits in.
If you would
bring
like
back White Trash Facebook Theater.
If you would like the thumbnail to this podcast to be Josh topless, let us know.
No, that will not be happening.
Fine. If you'd like a picture of my face, too bad. I'm censored on here.
Listen, this isn't all about your fantasies, okay?
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm a terrible wingman right now. Speaking of wingman,
right now,
Billy Bush, going back to the Trump thing, is either the best wingman or the worst cockblock.
Biggest cockblock ever.
I don't know. He left them alone for a bit.
He had to. He was done.
Maybe he could have followed on and come up with an excuse. I would have. That girl was hot. If I was a celebrity,
to, like, get in between them and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How about a hug for Bushy? How about a hug for dude? This
Calm
isn't about
down.
you."
Yeah.
He had like a total Napoleon complex because he was shorter.
Yeah, and had less money. And he's not Trump. He can't do whatever he wants.
Exactly. So, continuing on with talk about movies. I know you're not going to have anything to really say about this, but the John Wick 2 trailer came out.
I do have enough to say that the trailer looks awesome.
Yeah, trailer looked amazing. I loved the first John Wick so much. It's one of the most realistic action movies that's come out in a very, very long time. I told you, like, you can just about count the bullets that come out of the guns and match them up to how many times they reload and that kind of.
And I like that. That gives it an air of authenticity.
And it really subverts the normal trope of guy's wife gets killed so he gets revenge.
Yeah.
In the fact that, yeah, his wife gets killed, but that's not what sets him off.
Okay.
They kill his dog, and that's what sets him off.
Well, I haven't seen John Wick, but I did see Keanu.
Exactly.
So I feel like I know the story now.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. Keanu was like Key and Peele saw John Wick and were like, we want to do our own version of this.
But they both admitted that they had already started writing this before John Wick came out, and they had already even named the cat Keanu.
Really?
And then John Wick came out, they're like, okay, yeah, there's some similarities there. Whatever, we'll still make this movie.
Because I was sitting there watching Keanu, and I'm just like, they wanted to make a straight up action movie, but they knew nobody would take them seriously.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie.
It was great. I loved Keanu. It was fantastic. Have you seen the trailer for Get Out?
No.
Jordan Peele's new movie.
Oh, okay, so they did
movie.
branch off into solo stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
It's a horror movie, and it's like what would be a good way?
Is Peele directing this or just starring in it?
Written and directed.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, he's not starring in it. It's just written and directed, and it's like, I would say, Stepford Wives meets Village of the Damned.
Okay.
With a black twist.
I'm fine with that.
It's fantastic.
I mean,
looking.
I liked Leprechauns in the Hood.
But with a black twist, I mean more of a racial twist. I don't mean like a
no shucking and jiving.
Yeah, no shucking and jiving. This is not a bamboozled twist, sir. Like, this is not like blackface. Let's be honest. I don't think anything Jordan Peele would do would have minstrelsy in it.
No,
let's be honest.
I look forward to that because I think comedy writers branching off into other things always has this. There's always going to be an air of comedy, but in the right places.
Exactly.
They know how to tell a story.
It seems like it's satire.
One thing that I learned when I was studying acting, which didn't take off.
I know, you're sitting on my couch.
Yeah, I'm going to be successful here. No, one thing I was learning is that comedy actors are some of the best drama actors as well.
No kidding. Yeah,
because if you're doing comedy right, you're acting it as it is the most serious thing in the world. The comedy comes from the writing, not the actors. And I think Jordan Peele's got a good step on knowing how to tell a story and playing it straight while still having probably bits of humor in it. So I think Scream is by far my favorite.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, you can tell when somebody's trying too hard.
Oh, yeah.
And that, to me, is the essence of somebody who is not funny.
And that's why I am not an actor. Although the only roles I ever got were comedy or asshole.
So your real life.
So my real life, yeah.
Yeah.
Angry douchebag or goofy comedy act, and both of which are just me. I got typecasted early.
Yeah, and you just decided to roll with it.
So more nerd movie TV.
Iron Fist Season 1
Season 1 has wrapped, and there is concept art.
Yes.
It looks good.
And pictures of Colleen Wing on set.
Yes. Also pictures on set from Punisher showed Deborah Ann Wool.
Yeah. So there'll be a crossover there. How the fuck is there a crossover with Punisher with them, but we don't get Jessica Jones and Luke Cage?
I mean, is that spoilers? Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
I was actually expecting her to show up at least in the last episode. And if not her, then at least show, Claire talking to Daredevil.
Something.
Or Foggy, whoever's taking his case. But
there was the only crossover was Claire.
Or in Turk.
Yeah.
Claire, I don't even count. Claire's gonna be in all of them.
Yeah,
it's just true. It's a thing. I'm cool with it. She's the Agent Coulson. So they're gonna kill her in.
You think they're gonna kill her?
In the Defenders to bring all of them together, and then
they better not kill her.
She's gonna go to Tahiti and come back slightly bionic. No, I don't know. But I guess Jeff Loeb
Yes.
has somebody asked him, "Are we ever going to see a crossover with Agents of Shield in the Netflix series?" To which he replied, "Stay tuned."
That means no.
It means no, but
Yeah, because
my nerd boner is telling me to speculate.
You know why I say that means no? Because that's the exact same fucking answer he gave when somebody asked if we'd see Jessica Jones in Luke Cage.
Oh, okay.
That's the exact same fucking answer he gave. Yeah. So no.
Stay tuned means please watch our shows so they don't get canceled.
Exactly. It means keep watching. You might see it, but you're not gonna fucking see it.
Not gonna see it. Besides, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.'s got Ghost Rider going on right now in
that's
LA.
Their first real Marvel superhero on the show, isn't it?
I mean, unless you want to count Lorelei, the Enchantress's sister.
Their first real Marvel superhero, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Quake. Quake had a decent spot in Marvel Comics. She was head of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while.
Did she have her own title?
Probably not. That was during my blackout years.
Yeah, I don't believe she had her own title.
So yeah, I guess Ghost Rider is the first major one. Hopefully it's boosting ratings, so I'd like to see the show continue.
That's sad that it took 4 seasons.
It is, but I think for the last 4 seasons they've been telling good stories.
Really?
First half of season 1, I'll admit, was slow. And that's the problem. In today's culture, everybody wants to start with episode 1 and get the full binge watch, and that's what we have. So it's hard to get people to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and tell them, just sit through like half a season, you'll enjoy it afterwards.
The problem with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is it's so villain of the weeky and
I don't feel like it is anymore. I feel like they've definitely upped it to full season arcs of villains. Did you keep up with it, or did you stop after season 1?
I stopped.
Okay, fair enough. And here's anybody that's listening that's on the fence about it. First half of season 1 was just trying to find their footing and establish characters, and it was villain of the week. After that, after Winter Soldier, it took a turn to where there was a serious thing that they had to solve, and after that, every season was dedicated to an overall theme.
Okay.
And there might be appearances of villain of the week, but they always came back.
Okay.
So I suggest watching it through season 1.
What about the whole procedural aspect of it? Like how it's very procedural.
What do you mean?
Like cop show.
I don't know. I don't feel that. I feel like it's a very character driven show.
Okay.
And if you get into season 1 and the characters are fully developed, you start to actually care about them.
Okay.
And I'm not going to give you spoilers, but Grant Ward's one of my favorite characters, and I love Brett Dalton as a man.
You are a little biased.
A little biased. I met Brett Dalton.
Yeah, you talked about that last time.
I'm going to keep talking about that. All right, moving on. Can we move on?
Of course we can move on.
I don't know anything else about nerdy stuff. That's a lie. That's all I know.
We're gonna make you stay on top of what's going on in the world if you're gonna be co-host now.
I know. I need to actually start reading things. Ugh.
Speaking of, you are going to take the position of co-host, aren't you?
I would like to. I mean, if the listeners like me enough, they like me. They really like me. No,
I've never cared what the listeners think before. Why am I going to start now?
That's true. Well, we're going to grow this brand. No, I'd like to step in since Josh is so lonely without me now.
Yeah. Very lonely.
So I'd like to step in.
I
have some ideas. You might see some changes if Josh agrees with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll bring John back again sometime.
Absolutely.
Because he's a funny guy.
Yeah, we'll have a rotating third mic.
Yeah, I spent a week with him though. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Now he's gonna be listening.
He spent you for a week?
Yeah, something like that. A lot of alcohol and lack of hurricane. We kept walking around right before it. Hurricane party? Anybody? Hurricane party?
Oh, that's so sad.
Nobody took it.
That's so sad. You were trying to lure people into your apartment for a hurricane party.
We tried to use the ultimate pickle. Like, hey, we could buy beer. That didn't work.
You were even trying to lure minors in.
Anybody. 18 is not a minor. I think, right? That's legal in the state of Florida now. No, we couldn't get anyone. Goes back to my days in college after dance class, and yes, I had to take dance class. Yellow group shower, and nothing. No takers.
It's all right. I'll always take you.
Oh, thank you. Anybody want to join a group shower with Josh and I?
Just me and you is a group shower. Let's be honest.
Will I fit
Just me is a group shower.
Will I fit into the shower with you, Josh? How did I miss that joke? Damn it!
You're slow tonight, man. You're slow.
I don't know what happened. This hurricane wore me out.
So did John.
Yeah, so did John.
There's 3.
All right, we're done. No.
So we're gonna keep it a short show tonight. I think.
All right.
Because we're running out of our topic list pretty quick.
We're gonna read some trashy masterpass.
No. We're gonna finish up by talking about our favorite subject.
Yes.
4chan.
4chan.
We have two things of interest with 4chan. First off, Pepe.
Hashtag make Pepe great again.
It's fantastic. So, as we talked about last week, Pepe the Frog has been officially made a hate symbol by the Anti-Defamation League.
Yes.
And Pepe the Frog started in a comic called Boys Club. And it was created by Matt Fury. And it's published in book form by Fantagraphics, which is an indie comic book publisher. And Fantagraphics put out a statement about it. So I'm going to read the whole statement here. Fantagraphics Books and Matt Fury, the creator of the eternally chill comic book character Pepe the Frog, condemn the illegal and repulsive appropriations of the character by racist fringe groups linked to the alt-right movement and Donald Trump presidential campaign. Fury's character has been categorized as a hate symbol by the Anti-Defamation League as a result of these abuses, creating significant emotional and financial harm for the creator. Now, this is funny because up until this point, Matt Fury has been pretty blasé about this.
Yes.
He's been actually laughing about it.
But now that it's actually on the Anti-Defamation League's list,
yeah,
that's causing harm to profit.
And it's causing him emotional harm now.
Well, okay.
Now that it's on the Anti-Defamation League's hate list, he's going to go ahead and scream emotional harm.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that there's all this stuff out there talking about how it is what it is, you know, the internet does what the internet does and all this stuff.
I think, yeah, his personal stance is probably like whatever, but he's eternally chill himself. But no, I understand. As a wannabe creator, a writer, I mean, there's certain times that if things get taken out of context, and let's say I create a character and people use it for hate groups, like, whatever. I mean, I personally would care, but it's not something I'm going to go publicly blasting about, because that's just going to make me look like an asshole.
But at the end of the day, you're not going to say it caused you emotional harm.
Well, the emotional harm is the hit to his bank account.
But that's what it says financial harm for.
Yeah, but that's tied to emotional. At least in my opinion. What do I know?
Anyway, continuing.
Can he can fight that though, right?
Fight what?
The Anti-Defamation League and be like, hey, don't put Pepe on here, just a version of Pepe.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Because I mean, the original intent, the original content of Pepe is what they're classifying all together. Everything. It's a blanket statement, but then it's all a hate group, but it's not. And so I think it's up to them to differentiate.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they could possibly update the statement on the website, but I don't know how he would fight it exactly.
Cease and desist now.
No.
Not towards them. I don't know.
Because it's like a non-profit. What are they going to do?
I hope the best for him. I mean,
obviously, but I mean, it continues on. Most media reports now routinely default to a narrow description of Pepe as a representation of white supremacy, ignoring the mellow, positive vibed frog that he is in the hands of his creator, Matt Fury, within the pages of Fury's Boys Club comics, as collected by Fantagraphics Books. Plug, plug, plug. Yet the myriad copyright violations of recent weeks have resulted in Fury's name now turning up in the Anti-Defamation League database search results. Having your creation appropriated without consent is never something an artist wants to suffer, but having it done in the service of such repellent hatred, and thereby dragging your name into the conversation as well, makes it considerably more troubling. Fantagraphics Books wants to state for the record that the one true Pepe the Frog, there can be only one,
only one,
as created by the human being and artist Matt Fury, is a peaceful cartoon amphibian who represents love, acceptance, and fun, and getting stoned. Both creator and creation reject the nihilism fueling Pepe's alt-right appropriators, and all of us at Fantagraphics encourage you to help us reclaim Pepe as a symbol of positivity and togetherness, and to stand by Matt Fury.
Hashtag make Pepe great again.
Well, we encourage reporters and others citing Fury as the character's creator to also note that he condemns these illegal representations of his character. Matt is available for interviews through Fantagraphics. We encourage fans and others who support Fury to block, report, and denounce the illegal uses of the characters by individuals and groups pirating him to foment hatred. Hashtag solidarity with Matt Fury. Hashtag make Pepe great again.
I mean, at this point, companies always have to make a statement.
Right, of course.
But is this really going to work? It's the internet.
It's just going to make it worse.
Yes.
This is the Streisand effect in action.
Yes. It's Beyonce all over.
I wonder if Matt Fury even had anything to do with this.
The statement? Probably not.
Because, like, he knows how the internet works.
Yeah.
He's seen it firsthand. And I gotta be honest, we are one of those few media outlets that have been talking about how Pepe started.
Yeah, that's true.
We went through the whole history of it.
We're a media outlet now?
Of course, we shut up, asshole.
You post this publicly? As of tonight, Tyco is stepping down as co-host.
No, I just sit there and jack off to this one.
It's like home movies I made in high school. No? Okay. No, the media is never gonna talk about the origins, though. They didn't know what this was until, like I said last week, celebrities started using it, and then after that, when it became such a viral hate symbol.
Well, it's
that's
been
all they're
going
going to report
for like
on.
A couple months now.
Yeah, but that's all they're ever going to report on.
Of course, they're not going to actually look into it, because that would mean they'd have to do research, and that would mean they'd have to actually be journalists.
Yeah, and that takes time, and that takes away from clickbait.
Exactly, and that takes away from them being able to do breaking news.
Ugh. Which is never breaking.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah. But also on 4chan.
So finally this evening, we talked a little bit last time about Martin Shkreli wanting to buy his way onto the 4chan board of directors.
I think we have Martin Shkreli, who is like a Joker type character,
a real life Lex Luthor,
and then we have Trump, who is a Penguin. We need the Batman.
We do.
We need the Batman to stop this.
I'm sorry.
Oh God, that's right. You ruined it for all of us.
I did. I fucked it all up.
No, so Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, so Martin Shkreli, who is looking to buy his way onto the 4chan board of directors, laid out a plan for what he would want to do with 4chan. And he does all these live streams all the time, and just streams his computer. He had a PowerPoint, a 4chan business plan PowerPoint.
Has he slipped up and showed porn yet?
I don't think so.
Would that even be a slip up, or would it just be gaining more fans?
I think it would just be planned by him.
Yeah.
What kind of porn do you think Martin Shkreli watches?
Really hardcore BDSM gay porn.
You think?
He's got that mouth, man.
I think he's probably into T-girl porn.
What?
T-girls.
I don't know what T-girls are.
Trans girls.
Oh, ooh, maybe. I could see that.
think he's probably into that.
I watched
And
one
he'd
where
probably be a bottom.
the chick with the dick was cuter than the actual girl she was fucking.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, that's what he likes. Apparently, that's what I like.
I do.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen your comment history on Reddit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't comment on not safe for work sites.
Not with your normal account, at least.
The only account I have just talks about wrestling. I have no life. I look at everything on Reddit.
Yeah, and that's totally not homoerotic at all.
No. Just because I love John Cena doesn't mean that like I want to have sex with. Yeah, I do. John Cena, if you're listening. So what was on the PowerPoint that he showed?
Yeah, so he laid out a plan. He labeled SWOT, SWOT.
Not SWAT.
Not SWAT. Yes, he made sure to put that in parentheses.
Clarified.
Yeah. He S stands for strengths, which says embrace troll culture. Weaknesses. The weaknesses are no revenue. Opportunities are to convert edge/memes into revenue. And the threats, he says, threats are immediately neutralized. He says,
but what are the threats?
Well,
they're immediately neutralized.
He says, I will maintain or increase the edge of 4chan. More B, more poll, more Pepe the frog, etc.
Yeah.
Apparently he doesn't know how to pronounce Pepe.
Or maybe he's making his own meme of Pepe the frog.
That could be as well. I will create revenue channels which are unprecedented, amazing, and incredibly successful. Believe you me, you will see revenue. He just trumped 4chan.
And they're going to eat it up.
Yeah. Huge revenue.
Huge revenue.
Bigly revenue. Opportunities. We need more memes, more meme lords, and meme gods.
Are you a meme god yet?
I don't know. How many memes do you have to have made of you before you become a meme god?
I think at least 2,500.
Are there people with 2,500 memes made of them?
Oh no, I thought you meant that's how many memes you had to make.
No. Well, if you have
you're a meme legend because you are two memes.
Am I there with Harambe then?
Oh, Harambe is something else.
Harambe is a legend.
Did you see that during the weather casting reports?
Yes! Oh, shit! Going back to our Hurricane Matthew coverage for a second.
Yes.
There was a guy out there on Juno Beach who stayed out there during the hurricane just so that he could get behind one of the reporters to yell, "Dicks out for Harambe!"
That man is my hero.
He is. Not all heroes wear capes.
No.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some are just stupid enough to stay out in a hurricane to yell "Dicks out for Harambe."
I now wish I had done that.
It was amazing. It was absolutely incredible. So anyway, continuing on, we need more memes, more meme lords, and meme gods. So that's for the opportunities to convert edge/memes into revenue.
Yes.
3 edgy, 5 me.
Oh, man. Shkreli is going to be the king of edgelord. He's the edge king.
He is the edge king. He really is. This alone, this page, makes me realize that he's a giant work.
Oh, yeah.
That he is...
Well, there's new images.
Yeah, absolutely. That that after he jacked up the price on the medicine and explained it.
Yeah.
That he explained, look, we raised the prices on these medicines, on the old medicines, so that we can do research and development for new medicines.
No, was that a sincere statement, though?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That is a well-known...
His explanation was that some of the medicines that he really hiked up weren't the most dire medicines in need to survive.
Absolutely. And that's a well-known actual... obviously, it's bad that happened.
Yeah.
Because they are some AIDS medications and that kind of thing. But what he did, hiking the prices up of old medications to pay for the research and development on new medications to treat newer and better things, is a well-known strategy in the pharmaceutical field.
Oh, yeah.
So I think after he did that and people still wanted his head, he's like, fuck you people, I'm just gonna
So that's how the public turned in his favor.
Uh-huh.
Well, not all the public, but
Well, I think that's how he was just like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
yeah.
Because there's no winning with you people.
Yeah.
There's no winning with you people.
This is how you make supervillains.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
So, all right.
So, and then threats. See above, no worries here.
No worries. There are no threats because they will be neutralized.
Immediately neutralized.
I think you need to step up and be a threat to this. You have gone from being Class A villain now to a hero. The anti-hero. If you don't like Bernthal, you could be the new Punisher.
Are you saying I'm the hero the internet deserves?
I've seen your campaigns before. We could bring justice to the internet.
But I'm not the one it needs right now.
And I'll be your plucky sidekick.
Are you going to be my Robin?
I'll be your Robin.
Are
I
you
prefer
gonna wear
Bucky.
bright
I prefer
yellow
Bucky.
tights?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I have an option?
No.
Okay, then yes.
I have turned from Joker into Batman. Yes, you are what you eat.
But you're still gonna you're just gonna be a ratted up Batman. Still look like the Joker.
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
I think we need to make your memes great again. Bring them back. Never let them die.
Oh no. Oh Jesus. All right. So there we go. We're at about the 1 hour mark.
Got any questions this time?
No. Well, I think we still have one from last time.
We were gonna save it.
Okay, then let's save it. Save it for next time.
Yes.
All right. So we'll be back here next week with another all new Untitled Nonsense. Join me and Tyco and whoever else we can rope into doing this.
I think John could be available next time.
Yay, that'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, fuck him, but whatever.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and be back next week right here at Untitled Nonsense.
Have a great one.